Yeah, so I feel like a huge matchup here where we're looking for KT to continue the form they showed against T1, up against Hanwha, and try and push themselves forwards. We have seen that historically, especially recently, like the wins here for Hanwha were far in the past. It has been KT domination for the past year or two.
Well, I mean, but you need to know, HLE's been losing every single time, so the record seems a little bit unfair, but it's the same thing against DK. They have not won. They haven't won against DK too recently, and they still make upset. So I think today will be probably still interesting.
Yeah, and I think a big matchup to focus on is the top lane. I feel like Keen has shown he is in phenomenal form, matching up to Zeus as well. And I think his Jax is something they really need to get a handle on. Probably just going to be denied, but also just ensuring there's a good matchup for Kingen, especially since one of the picks that he leans on is a Gnar, and Jax does pretty well into that Jace as well. So, you know, I feel like Kingen just needs to be able to survive in this matchup if they're going to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably like high chance that I think the Kingen will just play like more so tank champion, like especially also even though we're highlighting the Gnar, the Kingen win rate, or like everyone knows like Kingen Gnar is really good, but the thing is like it's really easy to get counter if you're not especially banning against Keen champion pool, which is Jace and Jax as you mentioned it. And I think that's gonna be the key from the pick and ban, that if they're aiming for just trying to pick the Gnar, they have to ban exactly what they want, and also Keen probably, we'll see what they're bringing up.
And honestly, a big curveball if we do see them on red side, because you get that potential counter pick, which could be huge.
Battle of the lookalikes here. Not playing in the same role, but I do want to point out that KT's solo lanes have been exceptional so far, and Bdd is no stranger to playing really well under high-pressure situations.
I feel like Bdd, a big asset he had, even when KT was struggling earlier in the split, was his activity on his map, his presence to move around. And we've seen that as the meta has shifted more towards these mids who can set up plays, set up skirmishes, he's been doing really well. And picks like the TF we saw was so effective for him.
Yeah, I mean, which is, I think, like, it worked really well even against T1. That means, like, I think it's already confirmed, like, they're really shown that, like, they can't easily succeed with it. And there's one thing, the frame cleat, like, regular season of Sejuani on the performance was not good. At the same time, the win rate also not good. But the thing is, like, as soon as a playoff landed, it's completely different person.
Yeah, I feel like Clid didn't have the best year last year when he was in the LPL for FPX. There were moments this year so far where he has struggled, but so far in that DK series really stepped up. And I think people were super concerned about that matchup up against Canyon. The expectation was it would be one-sided.
Polar cohesion as well. No,
it's the Sion, dude.
It
is this. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
The Gragas is going to be locked in. So we're okay with this because it's not Zeka that's playing it this time around. Zeka had a really rough time on the Gragas in their final game against Gen G. And now Kingen is going to be trying his hand at the champion. Can disrupt a little bit, but of course it's probably just going to be a handshake there towards the top side. And Keen on the Sion. Really much to report as far as that one, but there is here on the bottom side. Grand Entrance going to be used, aiming, dashing forward.
Far ahead when it comes to the counter jungling. It's plays like this, and you know, with the Lahans roam, why not?
Yeah, Cuz taking the wrong end of that trade, but Bdd going to be roaming over. There's the flash in from Zeka as Cuz. Oh, the cage is beautiful, and Cuz Viper without flash even being necessary. That's when you can get a little bit frightened.
And it makes sense, I think, to try and go for the 2v2 here, up until the point where Cuz gets the level up. Yeah, it's so well done, right? Like, Cuz sets it up, and because of Lahans, there's no all-in potential at all.
Like, just get over here.
이거야.
And he's alright.
And is going to receive some help. Cuz is on his way now. in the enemy, or in his own jungle, right? It feels like the enemy jungle.
All right. Bdd is just going to flash after Zeka here. The last hit, and he's going to do it. Unseals the spellbook, picks up some fire, and grabs a solo kill. As here on the bottom side, massive knock-up is fantastic as Cuz can have to get out of there. And Keen as well, going to come on over and look for Clid. The flash out from Cuz gets him safe. And another Event Horizon is unavoidable. Clid gonna go down as well. Bdd grabbing a kill against his opposite number from times past as King not a lot of mana left, and I have a feeling he's just going to go down. Can he deny the kill is the question, as the answer's no. Just stands under the turret. And it's
getting a solo kill on LeBlanc, because if that doesn't happen, I don't think that the topside 2v2 works out the way it does.
No, this is absolutely absurd.
He just walked into it at the end. Before it timed out.
And gets the... He was dead! As speaking of dead, who's aiming? There we go.
Well, Zeka on non-melee characters continues, right? Because you can't afford to get solo killed in this matchup as... aiming.
Oh dear, this is the replay or no? This is live, and Clid is going to lock down yet another kill. On to aiming.
We'll get it now. As we go back to the first play, which just very well done. Like the CC chain here is great.
Oh, and he tries to flash and then slide over the wall, but gets interrupted. Isn't actually a fool.
They don't know about life.
Yep, Viper going to be rotating over here as well, has Featherstorm, as that is a fantastic engage for the Event Horizon, making things difficult still. Bdd is just going to get swept up. Blade Call is fantastic. There's the kill. Coming through for the Xayah as Zeka unable to find anything here.
And now has been smurfing the entirety of this game.
And Viper now going to get another plate as, oh dear, Lahans could be in trouble. Aiming, going to ult, as they just use the grand entrance to disengage, not wanting to fight. That's how you do it. As Gragas and Heimerdinger. As this Drake being started, Hammer doing a lot of damage to it as Life on the flank, quickness in hand. Slahans is going to check him, does manage to find him out as the Event Horizon not going to do too much here as Cease and Desist comes forward. Cuz just going to look for Clid as he slinks into the mist. Now Life trying to find his opportunity. Grand entrance onto Cuz, but Cuz is going to survive. Stopwatch going to be broken, and it's a crazy fight here for Hanwha as Kingan's put into the cage and the clone is going to be executed. It's a disaster of a team fight. No one's dead, but now KT have control of the pit for some reason.
Everyone's okay.
Everyone's
fine.
I'm not. Teleport going to be used here as now Zeka is coming back into the fight. It is not over yet. He dives on in. Clid towards the back of this fight as well as Life has to get out of there, and Cuz will lock down the dragon. Still no one's dead. The Viego is in the area. So 20 seconds until our next experiment is going to happen. The Event Horizon's fantastic. Boom goes the LeBlanc. And the fight might be over before it's even started as Keen finds a knock-up, but it's onto Kingen, so it doesn't matter too much. And now Life looking for a re-engage opportunity. Cuz saying no. Although the Baron is now being taken and there is no vision. Cuz is going to move over.
Oh, aiming is here.
Spots the situation, and now Cease and Desist going to come through. It is mitigated by the Heartseeker. Is okay. Bdd now going to get turned on as Zeka's looking for his revenge. KT trying to get over there as aiming skates on in. Interrupt is fantastic there as Kingen trying to get them out as now Life going to flash. Another Event Horizon that does go down. It looked like it was pretty good, but now Zeka is going to have to distort the wrong direction, and let's see whether he can utilize this funny business. He is going to get roared at though, and should be able to make it out. There we go. Gets another distort. 23 seconds, and they don't have any control of this Drake, as now Kingen just going to stand inside the cage, throws a cask as well as, oh man, that Blade Caller did a lot of damage to Keen, but he is still going to be able to walk it out. Cuz in a bit of trouble, and Viper feeling himself in this moment. Life Esports will be able to just push KT away. They're going to have to use some teleports to try and get back here, but Keen doesn't have his available, and there's the Cease and Desist going to be used onto Bdd, who has to flash. The train going to come out of the station, and Keen.
The Viper will be able to get through this Cyan. Eventually.
Yeah, we absolutely saw that. There's now Cuz diving forward. Don't know whether that's exactly the option he was looking for, as aiming. Now looking for his opportunity. Cuz makes it out somehow as that Blade Caller is massive. Kingen looks for the opportunity. The knockup does come through as Zeka. He can't find the Zeri, and another Event Horizon is going to be used. Another flank being looked at here by Life, and I just...
Everyone just got like a 10% buff to durability. Zeka.
Okay, looks for it. Does find some chains. That is a lot of damage. onto Zeri, as that might have answered the question that we just put forward before. As now Cuz can just waltz on in.
Where's life?
Yep. Viper is doing a lot of damage though, man. Like, they're going to have to try and get in there, and they're not going to be able to. That is going to be Baron secured here by Harmer Life, and Life is going to dash into the backline. Gets a great double knock-up, is now aiming. He's untouched. This is still dangerous. And there goes Zeka. He's the first man down. Keen just tanking everything forever as Viper is going to flash in. Oh my god, this man is a monster. And Harmer Life, they are keeping it together. At least there's one inner shield bow. Now, is Viper going to get knocked up? Okay, this is a little bit dangerous, but does have the cleanse. Has to use it. And now Keen loses 50% of his health bar for the trouble. Knock-up comes through though, and Life is just going to get smacked down. Keen looking for his opportunity. Featherstorm now on cooldown. Viper's still doing so much damage, but Keen's just going to run after him. He's going to have to get out of this fight as now Kingen needs to help Viper. And Clit is going to be taken down. Aiming's now dashing forward, looking for the opportunity, but he gets slowed down.
There is no smite, so this should be a surefire pickup here.
Yeah. Zeka looking for it onto Lehans, who has to flash to get out of... Oh, okay, Primordial Burst. There goes the LeBlanc. And then Keen now trying to get into position to start his engine.
A lot of vision for KT on the bot side of the river.
Oh,
around the pit.
Yeah, inside the mist right now, but it does go down. Redemption going to be used here as Zeka gets on in. Viper finding an opportunity as well, as now it's Hanwha's turn to do all the damage. The GA is now going to be popped, as can Cuz get out is the question, as in goes Life, finds his opportunity. Keen still alive somehow, as Aiming takes down Life. They secure the Drake, though Hanwha has the soul. But are they going to be able to stand up in this fight? Blade Call is massive. Aiming dives in. Kingen, he finds the body slam of Viper. He's going to go golden. He's going to go down. And Humble Life Esports are routed. They get the Mountain Soul, but I think they trade it for a Nexus.
No opportunity here. Zeka's still alive, but the cooldowns, or the timers rather, are so high. And Aiming finds Viper in the one fight where it matters most.
He did 12,000 damage in that one team fight. Oh man, KT, they're gonna take the first inhibitor of the game, and I have a feeling they're gonna take the first Nexus as well, as Zeka, he is the last man standing. 3 seconds on Life as well. But there is just too much here for Humble Life Esports to deal with. Zeka gonna take a lot of damage. Bdd goes golden, and Life, I don't think he's gonna be able to stop this onslaught. So KT, in a grueling game 1, they will get another ace as they take down the Nexus.
르브랑 오면 그냥 공으로 픽 갈게.
오케이.
나도 르브랑 봐줄 수 있고. 나 앞에서 해줄게. 천천히 봐봐. 용픽 체크 계속 해줘.
용 7천. 용 7천. 용 와야 돼.
나 이거 바위부터 때릴게. 바위부터. 나 안으로 들어가.
약간 이뻐졌고. 야, 바위, 이거 차야.
르브랑 공 빠졌어. 르브랑 공 빠졌어.
나 바위부터 갈렸어. 나 피좀 갈렸어. 야,
천천히 봐. 천천히 봐.
나 풀쓸게, 풀쓸게. 야, 차야.
천천히 봐. 천천히 봐.
라칸. 맞으면서 얘들아.
괜찮아.
나 뒤가 섰고. 나 이거 텔로 올게.
야, 그 차야, 천천히. 천천히 보자.
차야, 텔로 해야 돼.
차야 높을.
차야 볼게. 야, 차야 봐줘. 차야.
잡고 미겼어.
밀어가자. 나 르블랑 집 끊어갈게.
나 미드 푸시할게.
민아, 그냥 내가 끊을까? 아니야, 내가 끊을게, 형. 그래.